Hi everyone. My name is Melissa. I'm one of the student mentors and tutors here. And for my presentation, I'm going to be talking about engineering internships and fellowships and like some of my own experiences. And if you have any questions, um, it's I would really like if you guys have any questions, just let me know like at the end of the presentation. Um, so let's just get started. Oops, sorry. Okay, so what are internships? So an internship is like a short-term work experience offered by companies and other organizations for people. These are usually targeted for students. There are different types of internships for all different professions. And like specifically for engineering internships, it's far from the stereotypical coffee runs that you hear about on television. Um, so an internship is basically a professional learning experience that offers meaningful, practical work related to a student's field of study or career interest. So some examples of internships, if you're like branching off from like engineering, there's research assistant interns, social media, business analyst interns, copywriting, marketing. There are also paid and unpaid internships. Um, the unpaid internships are, I feel like they're a little bit easier to get than the paid ones since they're more competitive. And they also have different lengths. So if you're more free during the summer, there are summer internships that you can apply for. There are also fall and spring, and there's also year-round internships. So what that means is that you will be an intern for that company during the fall and the spring. So some engineering internships that I have listed here. I know Dell has some interns that they would like to take. You could just go to like their website and apply. There's also Tesla that do take student interns, specifically students that are working on their bachelor's degree. So you could apply for a mechanical, electrical, materials, and industrial internship. SpaceX, Raytheon, Boeing, Northrop Grumman, Google, Blue Origin, they all take interns. So if you're interested in like one of these internships, you can always some tips that I have is that you could probably find a recruiter on LinkedIn and send them a direct message. And that'll most likely increase your chances of getting one of the internships. And it'll make you stand out a little bit more. So like if you have applied for internships in the past and you haven't really had the, like a lot of luck hearing back from them, I think if you reach out on LinkedIn, that'll probably increase your chances of hearing back and possibly landing one of those internships. So why are internships important? So a lot of people kind of have trouble finding work after graduation. So if you have some internships on your resume, it can help you be more qualified for a job. After graduation, it can kind of give you a little bit of a head start on what to expect as an engineer. You get to learn new things about the industry. You also gain new skills. You're able to network with other interns. And you can figure out new interests like during this period. So like for some of the fellowships that I've done during my time at SMC, I found that I've had like a couple of new interests. So like I really like working with like CAD and SolidWorks. So I think that's like something that I didn't have the skills for that before some of these fellowships. So like they are able to teach you and like you can learn new things. And you kind of have a little bit of more experience on what to expect. So like for me, I would just think for engineers, like it's not as hands-on or you don't really get to like collaborate with other students or there's not as much like teamwork within it, but it's actually very hands-on and you collaborate a lot with other engineers. So like that's like some new things that I've noticed, which is really interesting. So how can I increase my internship opportunities? To increase chances of internships, you can apply for like fellowships or do different like extracurricular activities. So for some like fellowships that I've done, I joined Base 11, I think around 2 years ago, through UC Irvine, and they were able to teach me like a little bit of Python, which I've never learned or taken like a Python course before. So like they gave me a little bit of an introduction to that. We also like programmed a Raspberry Pi and made our own little like robot car. I also was a part of like NCAS, so that's like NASA Community College of Aerospace Scholars. This program is targeted more towards community college students. So if you're like interested in doing something like that, um, I have a link provided here. And I highly recommend it. Hopefully they do it in person because I was able to do this experience in person. And honestly, it did help me kind of gain knowledge of like how like collaboration within like engineers is. We also like managed like budgeting. We were able to do a little bit of programming, and we mainly worked on like a rover, and we were able to do a big presentation to everyone like near the end of the program. It's only a week, but you get to learn a lot during that week. So I highly recommend it if you're interested in working for NASA one day. And there's also the Space Academy. This consists of two academies, the Mission Concept Academy and the NASA Proposal Writing and Evaluation Experience Academy. I was in the MCA. So basically what we did is that we just like designed a rover, and we were able to write like a report on it. We worked on it throughout the whole summer, and we were able to present it to a group of people that work at NASA, and they were able to give us like some feedback on it. Like if we had some places in like our review that weren't as strong, like they gave us a little bit of like, hey, like you just need to do this to improve this part of your report. And you're able to show it to maybe like future employers, like, and just kind of let them know like, hey, like this is what I've done. And I've had some experience with writing like a technical report. So I highly recommend it if you're interested in doing that. And there's also NASA Mines, and that's an opportunity at SMC. I'm new to this, and I think someone in here is part of it also. I think Sunny, you're in it too. Um, but that's basically, it's like student skills, creativity, and innovation are challenged as they are asked to design and build technologies needed for NASA's Artemis mission with the support of their faculty. So student teams will submit a proposal with a design concept meeting. So teams are selected by NASA will receive $1,500 to be used in the build of their design. I'm not sure if they're still taking applicants, but I can always ask, and you could just let me know if you're interested, and I could probably reach out to the team and just like let them know that other people are interested in joining. So that's pretty much it. So does anybody have any questions? Oh, and I'll stop recording. But thank you so much. And I'll stop recording.